Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a game called Fractured Psyche. It's developed by Batpan, and you can find the game on Itch.io. They reached out to me through email and asked me to check out their game, so here we are. It looked really interesting to me, and I figured we try it out and see what's up. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video, I will review the game and share my general thoughts. That's what I like to do here, so stick around if that interests you. Thank you for reaching out and showing me your game, and I'm excited to try it out for myself. So, nothing else to really say, so we'll go ahead and hit start game. Alright, new game. The car. I forgot to mention we're with our friend Alex going into the woods that are supposedly cursed, so I guess we'll see what happens. Anyways, left click. Finally, you're awake. You know how long you've been sleeping? No. One? What? Okay. No? How long? Been sleeping for 2 hours. I'm tired. I hope it is worth it. This is weird. We've been in the same road for nearly an hour. Are you sure you want to do this? Aren't you scared? Okay, you can scroll to select these. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Are we scared? No. Why should I? Why should I be? It's just a normal jungle. Is it a jungle or a forest? We will see. I hope we don't die. Yeah, I hope we don't die either. Let's put our headphones on. Time to chill out. A railway. Okay. Go it. Open the... What? I'm the driver. Just open the door. That was really fast text. I could barely even see what it said. Press F to turn on flashlight. Open the rail gate. Okay. Well, there's a lot of blood in here. That doesn't look good. The door's locked. Maybe I can pry it open. I can use this to open the door. Oh, a convenient machete. Nice. Okay. What happened here? I need to tell Alex. What was that? I need to tell Alex about the blood. Can we open the door first? I don't need to sit in the car at the moment. Okay, we'll go around and talk to Alex. Talk to Alex. What is it? I broke the door. The light exploded. I broke the door? So what? There's a lot of blood in there. Maybe it's for an animal. Why would there be an animal in a locked room? Because someone locked it in there? The light exploded. The lamp just exploded. What do you mean? Open the door and the lamp exploded out of nowhere. Let me explain. A lack of insulation at the base of a light bulb will cause the metal base to melt. When the base melts, the gas stored in the bulb can leak out. The leaking gas causes a pressure imbalance, which results in the light bulb exploding. You know what? Just open the railgate. The sooner we leave this place, the better. You're right. Yeah, it was just a really random, unnecessary explanation, but okay. Alright, we use the panel. Well, I keep looking at my camera because I feel like the coloration is off. I'm not really sure why. Anyways, kind of distracted by that. The forest. Boy, that's noisy. So it is a forest and not a jungle. And yes, there is a difference. So we are finally here. It doesn't feel right. How about we try this in the morning? It is so dark now. That's the point. We should do it at night if we want to see something. Let's just find a place to camp. Did you lock the car? Yeah, I did. Okay then, follow me. Yes. Tab to show objectives. Find a way inside. Yeah, I was going to say follow me because I totally know where I'm going. This fence can easily break. Is there a nearby tool we can use? Maybe in our trunk? That was a good guess. Oh, it's a whole pick hammer. Hammer pick. Or sledgehammer. Whatever you want to call it. Nice. We did it. Oh my gosh. Look how dark and looming he is. Oh my god, dude. That's kind of unsettling. Find a place to camp. That's not good. Not good. Okay. I'm not sure whose idea this was for us to go out and do this, but whoever they are, I don't like them. It's either me or Alex. A sprint. Pretty good sprint. Signboard? You have to remember. Oh, Lord. Is it a school locker? Okay. Oh, I got some kind of psychological thing going on here, obviously. Maybe we're in our own personal hell of some kind. Which stems from our childhood. Something like that. Just a guess. Campfire. You can camp here. After all that, you want to still camp here? Yes, we can, but we need light. Can you find some woods to make fire? Sure thing. Of course, I'll get right on that. No problem, Alex. Light the campfire and find some woods. Just wood is fine. Symbol? What is this? Is it a symbol? These woods can easily burn, or burn easily. Take woods from the weird sign. I don't think we should do that. Okay, we can left click to put a... Okay, we have like... My hands are full. My hand is full. Okay, we have to do back and forth? Okay. No problem, no problem. Wait, what? Whoops. That's kind of weird. I don't need more wood, okay. I need to light it with something, of course. You have a lighter? No, I don't. Come on, man. I know you smoke. We need to light the campfire. Okay, but don't tell anyone. Sure thing, thank you. Okay. Middle of forest. So what do? We just have to spend the night here. We should also take a video. We are lucky we have a place to stay. We just have to stay here for a couple of hours. Which is scary, right? Yeah, but it'll be worth it. You know, people went missing here, right? That's exactly the reason we're here. Okay then, start the recording, Mr. Cameraman. Give me your phone. Mine is out of battery. How convenient. Oops, I skipped one. I forgot my phone. It's in the car. Can you get it for me? Oops. I keep picking dialogue without reading it. Why don't you get it yourself? Guess the whole thing was your idea. Fair enough. I'll keep the fire lit. Lit? Take phone from car. I'm all by herself. Let's go. I've been talking a lot today, so my voice is kind of out. Sorry about that. Also late, and I don't usually record late at night, so I'm trying not to be too loud. Look at sign. Maybe check again? Uh-oh. Things are all turned around. Oh no, the weird albino people. Take picture. It's a pretty creepy picture. Follow the light. Okay. Oh no. Look. Oh no. Who is it? My hands. Okay. Over the river and through the woods. Bro, what? Bro, what? Who's cutting down trees in the middle of the night? That's dangerous. Really strange. Did we get it? Unknown. Who is this? Leave. My home. Who was that? Maybe he called the wrong number. The wrong number. There are some grammatical errors, but that's okay. I'll talk more about that later. Who could be calling us? What a mystery. Uh-oh. How could we ever get around this tree? I wasn't here before. You are correct. I mean, the tree was there, it just wasn't laying on the ground. If we want to be specific. I'm just kidding. Where's our friend? Where's Alex? Alex! Why is the fire out? Alex was supposed to keep it lit. Is this blood? What is happening here? The blood is leading to somewhere. Maybe I should follow it. Maybe we shouldn't. That is a foot. Leg? Oh no! We need to, ooh! God. Okay, we need to leave. You're gonna die! Run! Kind of anticlimactic. There's no music or anything. Just the sound of a chainsaw. Uh-oh, that's not good. God, these people are so creepy. The truth. What could the truth be? You had always been haunted by shadows. But this night, in the heart of the cursed woods, those shadows solidified into something more sinister. Alex, your supposed companion, was merely a phantom, a figment of your fractured psyche. You remembered the blood, the metallic scent. The blurred memories of that fateful night resurfaced, the night you took a life. You had buried the truth deep within. The forest had a way of unearthing secrets. Apparently it has. Ugh. Mother, are you even listening to us? Why don't you study? Do you look at Alex's grades? Why can't you be like him? Oh, I see what's going on. I wish Alex was our son. He would have made us proud. He is a better person. Sheesh. At least he listens. We don't want you. You are ungrateful. Your death would make me happy. Oh my god. You are worthless. Die, 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 die. Leave my home. Oh, it's I wish you didn't fight.
Shut up!
I wish you'd stopped. I wish you understood. It made me jealous. Instead of understanding me, they blamed me for everything. They just talk about Alex, my best friend. I'm gonna end it, once and for all. Oh no. It's always about him. He gets all the attention, and me? I'm just the shadow. No more. It's time to step into the light. I need my phone to call Alex. Oh no. That's a big knife. You're my favorite pizza place. Anyways, hello. Hey, Alex, it's me. Oh, hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, about the thing we talked about earlier. I found a place that we can explore and record. I have to study for next week's exam. Come on. We'll have plenty of time to study. I don't know. Okay, man, I'll do it because I promised you. Perfect. Can you pick me up at 1 o'clock? Sure thing. Thank you. See you soon. Okay, then. Bye-bye. I should get my knife from the desk. Jeez, dude, we have lost it. I have no choice. I'll finish it tonight. I should go out and wait for him. Go out of your room. You always have a choice. Kill Alex. Jeez. Why? Oh, wow, this forest is... Wow, what? Okay, anyways, kill Alex. You have no choice. He has to die. You will find peace after his death. What if we don't? What are we going to find here? Are there different endings? I mean, it's really obvious that we kill him. Okay, it won't let me. The invisible wall. Let's try again. I'm sorry. That was a yell. That was really crazy. Was it just a dream? Uh-oh. Get to the car. I think we're in Silent Hill. Uh-oh. I killed Alex out of jealousy. The anger made me blind. My parents loved him more than me. Their own son. Yeah, that's pretty screwed up. I mean, especially if they said all that stuff to you, like, you're worthless and I hope you die. So I made a choice to stop it all. I called him, and we came to this forest. Get out. I killed him. My best friend Alex. I'm a murderer. I don't deserve to live. You'll never leave this forest. Damn. Thank you for playing. Game designer, Mohammed Akshanaz. Hope I'm not butchering your name. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, well that was an interesting experience. And now I'll review the game. And before I do, I will say that I do think it's really admirable and really cool that you're pursuing game development and that it's your passion and that you're open to learning and exploring the different ways to approach this sort of thing. And I read that on your Itch.io page, and I think that was really cool. So keep up the great work. Also, going forward, my review is obviously just my opinion on everything that I'll say. Just wanted to clarify that. So, visually, I would say the game is pretty decent for the most part. I quite like the VHS filter that you're using. It's not too harsh, but it gives just enough of a filter to, you know, give you the impression that you're in a recording or it's like found footage or something of that nature. So I think that works really well visually. I like the art direction for the most part. The game is very simplistic in terms of its level design and whatnot. It's very linear. There's not a lot of deviation or a lot to explore in this game, but I think that's fine. That's just something I wanted to point out. But in terms of like the way the forest looks, the way the character models look, you know, all the assets and stuff that you've used or created, I think come together pretty well visually. You know, I'm very lenient on visuals on games that are especially very short and of course made by one person. That being said, while it is a short and rather simplistic approach to a game like this, I think visuals like this complement that is kind of what I'm saying. So I think visually the game is fine in general. I didn't have any issues with it visually in terms of like there were no graphical issues or any sort of errors or anything of that nature that stood out that visually was off-putting. So I think it worked really well. In terms of audio, I'm kind of mixed on, not really. I think audio for the most part is pretty solid. Like on the main menu here, you have this nice sound of a fire crackling and everything. Sounds pretty accurate and everything. So sets the tone. This is very calm and very just silent sort of atmosphere here on the main menu. And as we play the game, the text that appears on screen, the sound associated with that, I think is very subtle and I think really well used. I play games where they add sound to text appearing on screen and it's very grating and it's too loud and it's too redundant. So I think the sound you used for text scrolling and appearing on screen for the dialogue, I think is very well done. That's just the right tone, I think, in my opinion, on how you should do that. Just very subtle. So good work there. In terms of environmental sounds like footsteps and breaking down, the wooden fence and the chainsaw and the tree falling and stuff like that also works really well. I think it's very complementary to what's actually happening on screen or that's happening around you. And I think that's really important. So that worked really well. I like the strange static and ambient tones used in the weird sort of dream sequences, flashback memory sequences that we have. Especially I think it was rather interesting that when we killed Alex at the end of the game, his yell just went on and on and on, which made me laugh, but I think is actually really effective because if you really think about it, it makes the impact of what he did to his friends, I think that much more convincing that it's just like, that's how he remembers it, like this horrid bellowing scream from his friend when he killed him, or yell. And I think it's really impactful, and I think that was really cool, actually. Even though it made me giggle because it just kept going and going, I think it's very appropriate for just the overall sort of psychological approach you're going with, and maybe how we as the player, our character, is remembering that event, because it is a terrible thing that he did. Aside from that, audio I think is pretty good overall. The only thing I think I would maybe complain about a little bit is when we're running from the person with the chainsaw, it's just the chainsaw noise behind us and no music or anything that sort of, you know, gets your blood pumping or anything like that. So it felt rather clashing to the situation to not have music or something like that while being chased, because it's like, oh no, run, and then we're just running and you hear like slight buzzsaw noises behind us, like chainsaw noises. So maybe I would adjust that maybe a little bit if you have any more chase sequences. It doesn't have to be crazy music or anything or over the top. It just needs to maybe, you know, match what we're experiencing. It's strange to have a chase sequence and not really have any music associated with it, at least in my opinion. Other than that, everything audio-wise I thought was pretty solid. In terms of mechanics, there's not much going on in terms of mechanics. It is a short game, so I don't expect anything crazy, of course, but, you know, of course we have objectives that we go by, which show up in the top left corner, like find your phone or open the rail gate and stuff like that, which I think works pretty well. I like having very subtle, sort of simplistic objectives that just tell you very simply what you need to do. I thought it was interesting how when you had your objectives, you had the red text, which is like your general goal or objective, and then it would have smaller yellowish text to be a little bit more specific of what you need to do. That might be a little bit redundant. I think players know that when you're in a room like your bedroom, and it says, you know, answer your phone or find your phone, you don't necessarily need like a second line of text to explain what that means. At least that's how I see it. So when you have something like return to your car or whatever, I think people will understand what that means. I think you may not need to spend time doing like two different ways of explaining what the objective is on screen at the same time. And I could be wrong about that, but I think for what the objectives were, they were pretty straightforward. I don't think you need all the additional subtext for that, like find your phone and then look around the room. I think that's redundant personally. Other than that, mechanics are pretty straightforward. Like I said, you knock down the wood. It's very linear kind of experience, which I think is totally fine. I don't think anything clashed with the gameplay or the pacing of the game, so that's a good thing. And while there isn't much to really do in terms of mechanics, I think what you had going as an experience altogether worked pretty well. I don't think anything stands out that's like weird or out of place or necessarily, you know, poorly implemented. I would say maybe if I were to nitpick something mechanically in terms of just pacing, it would be when we need to open the rail gate. It's kind of strange that you would walk up to a door, it's locked, oh, there's a machete, you open the door with a machete, and then the light bulb busts, so then you need to immediately go talk to Alex, and then he explains to you why light bulbs bust like that, and then you go back and you open the rail gate. I think maybe you could approach that scene in a different manner, because I understand what you're trying to do is sort of set the tone where, okay, we need to open the rail gate, something strange happens, which we found blood on the floor. So rather than making it about the light bulb breaking, when you go and speak to Alex, it needs to be, I think it would have made more sense to mention the blood first and then go from there. So I thought that scene felt kind of just awkward to me personally, so I would maybe try to streamline experiences like that a little bit better and have more of a focus on what sort of feeling you're trying to convey from that kind of interaction and experience. So that's just a little nitpick, an example of something I would complain about. And everything else worked pretty well, but that one moment in the game definitely felt really awkward to me. In terms of story and concept, I would say it's pretty solid. I mean, the game pretty much tells you everything that happens, but it definitely reminded me of some other media, which is a good thing. It reminded me of a movie called Sator, which is a really strange found footage kind of movie. I think it's spelled S-A-T-O-R. I would check it out if you haven't seen it. It's really good, actually. Also reminded me, I believe there's a movie called like The Endless, something like that, where these two guys go visit some place out in the woods that they grew up at or something. It's found footage as well. It's got very esoteric, strange, spiritual, cult stuff that happens or whatever. It reminded me of that as well for some reason, just like two guys going out into the woods kind of thing. And also kind of reminded me of The Ritual for some reason. It's also a really good movie. Maybe just because it's in a forest. I don't know why. But anyways, story-wise, it's pretty solid. I really enjoyed it. I like the build-up that you had going, where you're kind of setting the tone of, hey, we're just two guys going to the woods. We're gonna, apparently it's cursed or something. We're gonna record it and try to find out how, what if it's true or not, or what's really going on in this forest. And it ends up being more of an introspection of the character we're playing as, and sort of facing the trauma that they've set upon themselves by killing their friend because of the terrible abuse they suffer from their parents, basically making them live up to these impossible expectations of someone who wasn't even their child. And that's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal their parents would do that to them, but also it's the wrong way to go about handling the issue by murdering your friend. I mean, that's crazy. So I thought the way it was implemented was pretty well. I would probably work on more clues, more build up. Like the school locker being in the middle of the woods was kind of random. I assume it's just supposed to bring us back to a moment in time where we're in school, not doing well with grades or not doing as well as our parents expect us to do, because Alex apparently maybe just be an amazing student or whatever. I see the symbolism you were trying to use there, but I think you could maybe use a little bit more symbolism. But what we got here, I think, was still effective, but maybe in a game that's a bit longer, you'll have the opportunity to do that. Also really enjoyed the weird sort of albino figures that were just around. I believe they're supposed to be like us in a weird way. It's like our dark selves, our shadow, as you would say. And I thought that was really creepy and weird. It's like fragments of our mind were sort of torturing us in a weird way. So I thought that was cool. So conceptually, the game is really interesting, and I think the story worked pretty well for what we had. In terms of performance, the game performed just fine. No issues with it whatsoever, at least on my end, so good work there. So my final judgment for Fractured Psyche is I would say it's good. I had a good time with it. I thought it was pretty well done. I think it has a lot of potential, though, that with time and practice, as you develop more games and hone your skills, that you'll definitely be able to have your own sort of inspirations and style really shine through. And I think with the more you make games, the more you open your mind to your potential, that you'll be able to achieve sort of your own approach to games that will come naturally to you. And as you learn and build your skill set, then I think everything will come together really well. I think you have a lot going for you in terms of your approach to this game, and yeah, I think you're going to do just fine. So I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors and your work. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? You just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. If you enjoy my content, hit subscribe, leave a like, share the video. I'd greatly appreciate your support. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything. Go play this game for yourself, form your own opinion, and tell the developer what you think about it. I'm sure they'd really appreciate your feedback as well as mine. And I appreciate you watching my video. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget, the pale moth is always watching.